The UK Sunday Times reported that British royalty, Prince Charles, personally secured a donation of £1 million to his charity from the family of Osama bin Laden in 2013. Known as Prince of Wales, Charles brokered the payment after a private meeting with two stepbrothers of Osama, Bakr and Shafiq bin Laden, at his London residence of Clarence House. Reportedly, despite objections from his staff and the Prince of Wales Charitable Foundation, or PWCF, Charles agreed to the donation. Recently, the UK Charity Commission dropped an investigation into Charles taking bags of cash of over £2.5 million from the Qatari royal family. Charles refuted these reports through a statement.
The Prince of Wales Charitable Fund has assured us that thorough due diligence was undertaken in accepting this donation. The decision to accept was taken by the charity's trustees alone, and any attempt to characterize it otherwise is false.
Osama bin Laden, the leader of Al-Qaeda, masterminded 11 September 2001 attacks in New York. He was killed by US Special Forces 10 years later in Abbottabad, a garrison city only a few hours from Pakistan's capital Islamabad. Neither Bakr nor Shafiq are known to have terrorist links.
As energy prices are soaring worldwide, leading to massive inflation, big North American oil companies reported $51.5 billion in profits during their Q2 earnings calls. Compared to the same period last year, the 8 major companies saw their income increase by 235%. The analysis from Accountable in the USA found that wealthy shareholders received $10.5 billion in dividends last quarter. US President Joe Biden had accused these companies of price gouging while urging them to increase domestic oil production. India too imposed a windfall gain tax on Indian oil refineries but dropped the idea after the move denuded the value of these stocks.
In a significant blow to the environment, Brazil granted a preliminary environmental permit to pave a dirt highway that cuts through one of the Amazon rainforest's most preserved areas. Called BR-319, the 900-kilometer road is partially paved and becomes unusable during the 3-month rainy season, keeping illegal forest clear-cutters away. But this also isolates the southern urban city of Manaus, which houses 2.2 million people. Brazil's environmental agency, IBAMA, imposed several conditions, including creating a conservation area as a buffer for an indigenous community, monitoring water quality nearby, and an archaeology program. Fernanda Meireles, executive secretary of BR-319 Observatory, a watchdog group, told Associated Press or AP that this would not work.
Law enforcement actions are insufficient to curb the illegal occupation, invasions, deforestation, and land speculation. Pressures that have been increasing exponentially in recent years.
Sueli Arroyo, former president of IBAMA, told AP that he also disagrees with the government, saying the organization is trying to solve the wrong problem.
The main problem is the explosion of deforestation in the region.
However, President Jair Bolsonaro, seeking re-election, celebrated the permit.
Brazilians have gotten used to cars and trucks getting bogged down on the highway. This time, fortunately, it is coming to an end.
While it is always a delicate balance between development and resource utilization, Brazil, unfortunately, has accelerated Amazon denudation in search of quick revenues.
Former Trinamul Congress Minister Partha Chatterjee, now in the custody of the Enforcement Directorate on corruption charges, claimed that the unaccounted money in his possession was not his. He seemed to implicate the West Bengal party's top echelon of involvement, asserting that he was merely the custodian of the ill-gotten wealth. His cryptic answers to reporters on the way for a medical checkup seemed to indicate that he was ready for a plea bargain and would name the real culprits at an appropriate juncture. Meanwhile, sleuths say they now have over ₹500 million Indian rupees in cash but cannot trace the 2 expensive cars he owned. They also found out that Chatterjee used shell companies to buy 2 more luxury cars. After divesting him of all power and rank, the political party is rapidly distancing itself from Chatterjee. Kunal Ghosh, a spokesperson for an internal faction of the party, went on the attack. He had all the time, all those days between his arrest and the action against him, to make these claims. He started doing so only after the actions were taken. If he had nothing to do with the money, why did he not say so all this while? Chatterjee's fall from grace, from the second most powerful person to a nobody, shocked many party loyalists. One such unnamed loyalist summarized it well.
Most of us still cannot believe that Partha, of all people, is being dropped like a hot potato. If this could happen to him, it could happen to any of us.
Sadly, this is how regional parties function. Act like a mafia, use people to make money, and discard individuals when caught.
If you like this content, please press the like button and share it with your family and friends. Please consider subscribing to this channel. It is free. Press the bell icon to receive notifications about new content.